What's up, YouTube? Armed and willing here. I'm going to do a disassembly of the Mossberg Tactical 22 rifle. I'm not going to be holding the camera that much. It's going to be kind of difficult to do and show you guys everything that needs to be done here and get it in camera view. I believe there's 13 screws total that require the shell, this outer shell of the Mossberg, in order for it to be disassembled. Now I use a power drill because that's the only thing I have that fits all the different accessories, because there's several required several different required bits needed. Let's see if this guy fits. No, he's too big. What about this guy? Now mine has a scope on it, so it's gonna, yours might not, but this you may or may not need to do, depending on if you got a scope. But if you are using a drill, I highly recommend first making sure when you're putting it back together that your screws, that you start them by hand first. You don't want to strip out any screw openings. So if I can just get these guys, there we go. And once you get the let's see here, this is being, oh, well, there we go. Alright. And you want to make sure you got a safe spot for all the screws. I'm going to go ahead and put all mine over here in this little box I got. So first we'll take off the adjustable buttstock, and well, actually mine's not adjustable. Some are adjustable, but I can adjust it, but it's not one of the ones that you just adjust by sliding like this. Mine has a more elaborate adjusting method. Now the buttstock has a kind of like a set pin that goes in order to make sure that it's seated all the way. So you kind of have to let's see, what did I use last time? If you have a punch, that would be perfect. I don't know if I do. I will use this adjustable, find the right size to slide in there. Now before you do any cleaning or messing around with your gun, you want to make sure that it's been safety checked, and mine of course has. Because that's when most gun accidents happen. So we take that guy off. Now I just keep everything together. This is the, I don't know what you call that, the male end I guess, but then it's also the female because it slides in and holds this screw. So I don't know what that would be called. Oh. Just knocking everything around. So that's that guy. And then see what I was talking about was my pin is right here. If I take it apart, I can adjust this, but mine doesn't have that handy duty little lever like some have. So we'll just set that off to the side. Now the 13 screws I was talking about There's 3 on this first accessory rail, so we'll take them guys out. And we'll put those over here for safekeeping. This video might get a little bit long because there's a lot to the disassembly process. It kind of sucks. I wish the Mossberg would have made this a little bit easier to take apart and clean, but still a cool little gun, and for the price, you know, it's a really accurate gun. It's basically the 702 Plinkster guts, as I'll show you in a little bit once all this tactical polymer plastic is disassembled. These are the accessory rails. Now then you have, I'm going to need a longer bit. You have I believe 4 more screws that are deep in this shell right here. They require a longer bit, something like this. I think this is, yeah. So be prepared to have quite a bit of different bits on hand here, because you will need them. Then what I do, I think I got them all loose, is I just flip it over and they all fall out all over the place. Yep, it was 4 screws, and I believe then we have 1 in the magazine release right here. Then this guy comes off. And you just push that through. Now I always there's a little, the actual magazine release is kind of interferes with this process of making it a little bit agitating. You can just slide that across, and then this is your magazine release. Mine's got like white paint on it because I used like plastic paint, which, as you can see, next time I'll go ahead and paint it with a higher quality paint because it didn't quite stay in some areas. The gun has a lot of moving components and it heats up, and so you want to use the highest quality paint possible. Now I just put it back in place because the screw is kind of small, so it's easy to lose. So I just put it back like this, so I know which screw it is. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more on this base part. That you want to remove. Two in the grip. and one at the front of the magazine carrier. Flip this guy over. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. And then there's two at the front of the strap holder. Looks like that screw was still inside. So I believe that makes 13, and then the polymer shell just comes apart. So this ultimately is the guts of your weapon right here. There is one bolt that holds through on the bottom here, which holds it into place. I can just, mine was loose somehow. I had put about probably 500 rounds through this gun since I've taken it apart, so one of two things: either I didn't put it back and tighten it enough, or it just wiggled loose somehow. But that's that guy. And then there's one on the back side too, and that one is not loose, so I will need another bit for that. This guy. And you want to be real careful when using a drill, because if any of these get stripped, you're in a bad way. Alright, and that is out. So you want to remember, the longer one goes in the back, smaller one goes up front. And voila, this is the firearm. Now, my general purpose, besides making an educational video, was to clean the gun, because it hadn't been cleaned in a very long time, and I am an advocate for keeping a clean gun. So the trigger guard is held in by this bolt, which, as you see, just popped out. So, or trigger carrier, whatever this, I don't know the proper definition of it. So there's two pins that hold that in, and you just pop them guys out. Which is easier said than done, apparently. There we go. And then you have these two pins I was talking about, and this should slide right out. Oh. And you have your handle, discharge handle. Which I actually don't, I think I was supposed to which I think you gotta pull back at half, now that I remember. get this guy out. I thought this guy had just come out, but apparently there was more to it. See how dirty my hands is already? A lot of ammunition's been fired through this guy. I think we got it. There we go. Okay, yeah, I did that completely ass backwards. There was a better way of doing that. And then that guy comes out, and you have your pin, which thank God I did not break, because I did not do that correctly. Alright, but basically this is the assemblies I'm going to clean here. They're very, very, very dirty, as you can see, and are in need of some love. Well, that's the disassemble video. I'll probably make another one shortly of the reassembly and post that up. Thanks for watching, guys. Armed and Willing here. Have a good day.